How did you feel about yourself when you left university and started with nothing? Alright, so some of you got this completely wrong, alright? I did not start with nothing, don't get me wrong here. I think you have to watch that video when I dropped out. But I was making significantly more back then already than a 9-to-5 job before I dropped out of university, because otherwise I wouldn't drop out, alright? If I didn't earn at least like 2 times the amount that I would earn with a job that I would get after my graduation, I would not take the risk, because this is a great risk, you know. It is a great risk. A lot of you may not realize that, but I feel confident enough about that because I was financially very, very stable, you know, and I didn't want to miss that opportunity of growing that into even something more. So I didn't start with nothing, alright? I was already doing well for myself. I think a lot of you have to realize that, like, I don't recommend anyone to drop out of school or university before you have like a solid income, for example. Like, this was something I did next to my university in the hope that it would blow up, or in the hope that, you know, after my university, after I graduated, I could do this for a living. But it started happening earlier on, and that was something that, you know, I was very happy about, but I wasn't necessarily planning on doing that. So I didn't quit university before I actually started making enough money. What advice would you give to somebody starting a YouTube channel to maximize the success of the channel? So, you know, first of all, you got to realize that it is going to take a long time to build up to the point where you want to be, or at least where you feel like you have accomplished something, right? For me, it took about a year of posting content, still every other day, all right? Ever since I started, you need to put out a lot of content because people will come to your page, and if you only have one video up, and you're gonna ask all kinds of people to check out your page, like if you only have one video up, they're not gonna have anything to look at. So you wanna keep gradually posting content every single week, you know, you wanna consistently do that. Even though nobody is looking, you gotta put out shit, you gotta grind hard, even though nobody cares, nobody's looking at you. And that is a point which is gonna take months for most people. Some people get well known very fast, but it's usually because they know someone. I didn't know anyone, alright? I didn't do collabs until I had like 5,000 subs. So I got all those subs for myself. Now, it takes such a long time to build that up, so you gotta accept the fact that, you know, it's gonna take a very long time, and you have to do it because you love it. You love making these videos. It has to be a passion. If you do it to make money, it's not gonna work out. So that's really one thing that I want to stress. Other than that, any tips? You know, the most important thing is that you have a unique factor. You have something that other people don't have. Now, for me, that was the aspect of students, but obviously also is just my personality that people seem to like. I don't want to call myself having a good personality, but like that is real. Like, that is why people follow a certain person, because they like the personality. They can relate to the person. A lot of people can relate to me because I was a student. I'm not a student anymore, but you know, you guys still got love for me, so I gotta appreciate that. But yeah, that's kind of like the thing, I guess. You have to have your own niche, your own certain thing that other people don't. Unique selling point, a reason why people want to have you and follow you instead of somebody else. How do you get enough finance to start a business when you're 18 years old? Alright, so I think this really depends on what kind of business you want to start. Now, luckily for me, this social media fitness business was a thing that, you know, it only cost the time. It didn't cost any money to invest in. Because like I already said, like, I made the website myself. I designed all kinds of stuff myself, you know. Started a YouTube channel myself. I filmed with my phone, you know. I started from the bottom, guys. Like, I did everything without spending any money on doing it, because I only had a few $100s to work with. But now I think this is why being a student and being 18 years old and being young is the perfect time to actually start a business. Because there's one thing you have that most people don't have, and that is time. You have a fuckload of time in your hands, and most people don't realize it because they are too busy partying, too busy hanging out with their friends, you know, too busy watching TV, Netflixing, and being cool, you know, trying to be cool and appear at all kinds of social events, be everywhere. And you may want to choose for that route, you know. You may have a very fun couple of years. You can also decide to say, fuck it, you know, I'm gonna stop hanging out with all those people, and I'm gonna put all my effort into building this business. And that is exactly what I did. I didn't have money, but the only thing I had was time. And you know, guys, like, I literally gave up all my time that I had, my spare time, next to going to university. And you know, I'm not gonna lie, also I skipped all classes that were not that I didn't have to go to. And I'm not suggesting you guys to do that, but that's what I did. I literally skipped all the classes and I decided to just study at home because that was more effective and that would save me time to spend more time into building my business. All right, and that's why I said, you know, I cannot say how many hours I work a day, because this business, there are so many hours in it, like I can't even explain it. It's my whole life that is in here, you know. But yeah, it's really crazy. But like I said, you know, you got to give up those nights with your friends. You got to give up hanging out. And I used to hang out a lot. I used to be on streets all day with my friends, you know, just hanging out, doing nothing. And I decided to put all that time into building this. And also gaming, I gave that up. I gave up watching TV. I never watch TV anymore. Haven't watched TV for 2 years, guys, because I knew that this was my passion. This was what I wanted to do. And I was willing to do whatever it took to do this. And for me, that meant spending a lot of time into it because I didn't have the finance. I couldn't, you know, market myself and things like that. So I had to do all that myself. And that is why I think the student life is the perfect time to start, because you do have that time in your hands if you decide to take that time and, you know, to use it in a different way than most people do, because all the people around me are doing something else, you know. They are partying right now and I am here shooting a video for you guys, you know. It is like, I don't want to say that I'm better than those people or I'm working harder than everybody, but it is kind of the reality that, you know, you will have to give up some of that time to spend on your business if you want to be successful and if you don't have the finance, because time is a very, very important factor. And especially with building a social media business and a YouTube channel, time is everything that you have in your hands. And if you have enough time that you can do whatever you want, it's getting completely like freaking all over the place. But I'm just keeping it real. Like I said, my content is raw. I don't prepare anything. So this answer is way too long because you only asked about finance. So the answer to you is no, you don't need that. You need a lot of time in your hands. Obviously, depending on what kind of business you want to build. If you want to sell product, you do need some finance. Get a proper business plan and go to the bank, all right, like everyone else. But if you want to do like a similar thing that I do, because I think you're asking because of that, no, you don't need finance. You need time and you need to invest. Did you expect to get this successful? So I'm gonna tell you guys a story here. Like, yes, I actually did, and that's, in my opinion, you know, the thing that makes all of this so friggin' beautiful is that, you know, like 1 year ago, I was, you know, laying in bed. 2 years ago, actually, when I started this YouTube channel, and I dreamed, you know, of being successful on YouTube, of having a certain amount of subscribers that I've already surpassed right now. You know, financial wise as well, like, it is just all kind of unreal. And you know, I did dream of it. I've always wanted to be successful since I was young. I'm not saying I'm really successful yet, but I'm getting there. And as far as, you know, my goals go, I could say that, you know, I've reached the success that I was dreaming about. And that is beautiful sometimes to reflect on that and to know what you've accomplished. But then again, it's really hard to really appreciate that, because like I said, you always want more, and it's like you're never really satisfied. But yeah, like right now when people ask me these questions, it is really cool to reflect back again and just be like yeah, like I did dream of this shit. And it is a dream that has come true. Like, I can tell you guys, it is literally a dream that has been turned into reality. And it's fucking beautiful. It's literally fucking beautiful. I got no other words for it. So yeah, guys, that was basically the last question I wanted to answer there, because I think this video is getting way too long. But I had a very good time shooting this video, so I hope you guys really enjoyed it as well. I think it was cool to do something like this, kind of like switch it up and keep it informative, but on a different kind of level. I know there are a lot of you that have similar dreams that I have and want to accomplish things, so, you know, I highly suggest you guys start, you know, get started. Don't overthink too much, you know. I walked around with the idea of student aesthetics for literally months before I started, you know, doing something, before I started taking action. And I should have done that way earlier, you know. The earlier you start, the better. Like, there is never a perfect time to start, and I really want to stress that message, you know. There is never a perfect time to start. So if you have something that you want to accomplish, you got to start right now. You got to grind your ass off, you know. And while all the people are partying and doing other things, you got to work, all right, if this is something that you want to do. Now, I know that not every single person that is watching me has the same goals in life. You know, I'm not saying that entrepreneurship is the path that every person should take, because it's absolutely not. Not every person should be a business owner. There are a lot of people that should be work bees, you know, and that may have a lot of more satisfaction from that, because I can tell you guys that this work is very stressful, and you people only see the good things. You only see me being very happy, but you know, behind the scenes, I've been burning out a lot of times almost when trying to build this business, because there are so many hours that are in here. But then again, you know, all I want want this to succeed, and I love doing this on a daily basis. And I think you guys can also tell from my excitement that I do, you know. This is really my passion. This is what I love, and that is why I thought it was cool to share some of this information with you guys. So let me know if you guys did appreciate that, and more Q&As are definitely coming. More videos are always coming, guys, because I will never stop. I will always keep grinding and putting out content for you guys, because you are the reason where I'm at today, and that is something I want you guys to always remember. You know, I'm so grateful for everything that happened to me. So this ending is also getting way too long, so I'm gonna shut the video right now. Thank you guys for watching. If you like the video, make sure to like it for real, and make sure to post a comment down below as well. Subscribe to the channel, tell your friends about me, and peace out. See you on the next one.